Today's top breaking news with Gitanjali from Bayan Times. 73-year-old woman dies in village near LG Polymers unit, keen point fingers at gas leak. A 73-year-old woman from Venkatpuram, one of the villages affected by the styrene gas leak from the LG Polymers unit on May 7, killing 12 persons and leaving several hundreds ill, died of respiratory problems at the King George Hospital on Tuesday night. The woman, Pala Venkayamma, had fallen ill after inhaling the styrene gas. According to her family members, she was admitted to the hospital and was later discharged. As she developed respiratory problems, she was admitted to the King George Hospital once again on May 19. Venkayamma died on Tuesday night while undergoing treatment, family members said. Following this, they fear that there may be recurrence of health problems due to leak. KGH Superintendent Dr. G. Arjuna said they are yet to ascertain the cause of death of the woman. The samples taken from the woman were sent to the forensic lab to establish whether she died of inhaling the gas or some other ailment, he said. VSEZ records growth in exports. Despite the lockdown, Visakhapatnam Special Economic Zone (VSEZ) has achieved a growth rate of 17.43% in exports. It has recorded Rs 8,287 crore exports till May 19 this year, as against Rs 7,057 crore exports during the corresponding period last year. VSEZ Development Commissioner A. Ram Mohana Reddy said, "We have also achieved 12.77% growth in merchandise and 20.6% growth in service sector." Defections fear for TDP on eve of Mahanadu. In what could be a jolt to the opposition TDP on the eve of its annual conclave Mahanadu, two of its MLAs are likely to switch loyalties to the ruling YSRC. Three TDP MLAs have already distanced themselves from the party, and with reports of two more following suit, there appears to be a considerable drama behind the scenes, with the TDP leadership trying to keep its flocks together. The development came a day after Party Supremo N. Chandrababu Naidu arrived in the state after nearly 2 months and began focusing on Mahanadu, which will be held in a virtual environment for the first time owing to the lockdown restrictions. Party sources told TNIE that Parchur MLA, Ongole District, Yelluri Sambasiva Rao, and Rapele MLA, Guntur District, Angani Satyaprasad are in touch with the YSRC leadership and may even call on Chief Minister and YSRC Chief Y.S. Jaganmohan Reddy very soon. Energy Minister Balineni Srinivas Reddy and a few other senior leaders are reportedly in talks with the two MLAs. At least 6 to 7 TDP MLAs could well be on their way out, with some of them walking out well before the end of the two-day Mahanadu. Andhra Pradesh High Court refuses to stay e-auction of government lands. The Andhra Pradesh High Court on Tuesday refused to stay the proposed public auction of government lands but clarified that the sale would be subject to its final order. A division bench comprising Justice Rakesh Kumar and Justice Suresh Reddy was dealing with a PIL file by activist and journalist Suresh Babu, urging the court to prevent the e-auction of government lands during the ongoing lockdown. While directing the state government to file a counter affidavit, the bench made some observations. People of Andhra Pradesh are rich, but the government appears to be in financial difficulties. Can't it run government programs without selling lands? The bench wondered and questioned whether the government was on the brink of bankruptcy. How justified is the government in seeking to sell lands of which it is supposed to be the custodian? The bench asked and further remarked that the government must explore other avenues to generate revenue. KCR to decide on opening of shops extending COVID lockdown today. Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao would decide whether or not to continue with the staggered opening of shops in the GHMC areas during a meeting at Pragati Bhavan on Wednesday. Even though the entire GHMC jurisdiction, except for the containment zones, was declared a green zone, the Telangana government rolled out an odd-even plan for the opening of shops. The Chief Minister would discuss the lockdown measures in the civic body areas and other steps to be taken to contain the novel coronavirus at the meeting. The meeting would also take a decision on whether to extend the lockdown beyond May 31 or not. Chief Minister would discuss at length about the Vanakalam Kharif agriculture season 2. According to the government's plan, farmers should start sowing in Rohini Karte itself so that crop season ends early. Likewise, the Yasangi Rabi crop too should be completed by March end. Harvesting should be completed by March end for all crops. Andhra Pradesh COVID-19 cases crossed 3,000. The total number of COVID-19 positive cases breached the 3,000 mark on Wednesday, with 134 more cases recorded in the past 24 hours. The tally, which includes foreign returnees and people from other states, now stands at 3,117. According to the media bulletin released by the State Command Control Room on Wednesday, of the 134 new cases, 66 are people from other states. A total of 9,664 samples were tested in the past 24 hours. Tuesday 9 am to Wednesday 9 am. Of the 68 cases recorded among the people of Andhra Pradesh, 8 from Nellore and 1 from Chittor district have links with Coimbatore market in neighboring Tamil Nadu state. 48 more persons got discharged from hospital after their recovery, taking the total number of discharges to 2,057. The active cases, including foreign returnees and people from other states, now stands at 1,002. One more death was recorded from East Godavari district, taking the toll to 58. Tanks brimming with water even in summer, says KTR. Village tanks have water even during summer, and its credit goes to Kaleshwaram Lift Irrigation Scheme (KLIS), which was completed in a record time of 3 years, said MAUD Minister KT Ramarao. On Tuesday, he laid foundation stone for Raitu Vedika building at Mustabad and an agricultural godown at Racharla Golapalli, along with Agriculture Minister S. Niranjan Reddy and TS Planning Board Vice Chairman B. Vinod Kumar. They also inaugurated a newly constructed Agriculture Market Committee administrative building at Racharla Bupapar. Addressing the farmers and officials at Vemulavada on the occasion, Ramarao said Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao made all efforts in ensuring Godavari water for irrigation and bringing unused land under cultivation in the state. He said the opposition leaders were hell-bent on criticizing the state government, though it has come up with various reforms to ensure the welfare of the farmers. He suggested that the authorities, farmers, and local leaders initiate work on digging small canals in villages to improve the groundwater level. Referring to Kaleshwaram project packages 9, 10, 11, and 12, Ramarao said all the upland areas would be brought under irrigation by October this year. Paddy farmers staged protest against delay in procurement. Farmers from Chakunta village in Chopadandi Mandal staged a Rasta Roko on Karimnagar Lakshadweep highway on Tuesday demanding immediate procurement of paddy. They alleged that the rice millers were looting them by cutting about the 8 to 10 kg of each quintal of the produce, claiming that it is dust or impurity to make the produce weigh less and thereby pay the farmers a meagre amount. The farmers also expressed their dissatisfaction over the steps taken by the government for the procurement of paddy during Yasangi. Farmers Venkatramana Reddy and Tirupati alleged that though they have been waiting for the past 5 days, the rice millers have not purchased their produce yet. Meanwhile, the CPI associated Vyavasaya Karmika Sangam extended support to the protest, and a delegation of the association, led by its District General Secretary Gudi Kandula Satyam, staged a sit-in protest along with farmers. The Sangam leaders demanded the government officials to take necessary steps to procure paddy from all farmers. Rupees 27,000 crore project to put Andhra Pradesh, Telangana on level playing field, says Jagan Mohan Reddy. Expressing anguish over the fate of the projects in the Rayalaseema region dependent on Krishna water, with the height of the Almaty Dam increased from 519 to 524 meters and upper riparian states constructing projects, Chief Minister Y.H. Jagan Mohan Reddy on Tuesday said the Rayalaseema drought mitigation project was taken up with an outlay of Rs 27,000 crore to draw water from the Sri Sailam project at 800 feet for the 4 Rayalaseema districts and Prakasam and Nellore. The 6 districts are dependent on Sri Sailam water, but water cannot be drawn to field projects with the existing drawal levels at Sri Sailam, he told farmers on the second day of the Manapalana Mi Suchna program. He pointed out that the Pothireddu Padu head regulator (PHR) can be used at its full capacity discharge rate of 44,000 cusecs only when the water levels in Sri Sailam project are at 881 feet, and if the levels drop to 854 feet, water can only be drawn through the PHR at 7,000 cusecs. 37 link roads in Hyderabad to be ready by June end. To facilitate the smooth flow of traffic and easing congestion on major thoroughfares, Hyderabad Road Development Corporation Limited (HRDCL) is developing 37 link roads covering 44 km across the capital. A majority of the link road works are expected to be completed by the end of the June. Municipal Administration and Urban Development (MA and UD) Principal Secretary Arvind Kumar on Tuesday took to social media platform Twitter and wrote the 37 missing link roads, mainly greenfield but crucial links on important stretches totaling 44 km, have been taken up by the HRDCL. MAUD Minister KT Ramarao and Mayor Bantu Ram Mohan are personally monitoring the works, he said. He further tweeted, most of them will be ready by June end. Once completed, motorists in Hyderabad across major thoroughfares can cut down travel time to reach their destinations. Uttam asked Kong cadre to join e-campaign. TPCC President and Nalgonda MP N. Uttam Kumar Reddy on Tuesday directed party leaders and workers in Telangana to join Congress nationwide online campaign on May 28, which would highlight the sufferings of migrant workers, MSMEs, and other sectors. Addressing the party leaders over video conference, Uttam said the Congress High Command decided to organize the campaign from 11 am to 2 pm, that it was the duty of the party to be the voice of the farmers, migrant workers, daily wagers, MSMEs, small-scale businesses, and the unorganized workers. He said over 10,000 party leaders or workers from every parliamentary constituency in Telangana should participate in the campaign through a live video either on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. We demand that the government immediately make the direct cash transfer of 10,000 to all the families outside the income tax bracket. We will also ask it to provide financial assistance to MSMEs and small-scale businesses, he said. Quarantine Chandrababu Naidu, says YSRC. Alleged violation of lockdown rules by former Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu while returning from Hyderabad after more than 2 months sparked a row with the leaders of ruling YSR Congress Party demanding that he be sent to quarantine. The TDP president, who was stranded in Hyderabad since the lockdown began in March, reached his residence in Amravati by road on Monday to warm welcome by the party leaders and workers. The leader of the opposition stopped his convoy to wave at a large number of party activists and followers who jostled to greet him. YSRCP leaders alleged that Naidu violated the lockdown norms as social distancing was not maintained and the people who greeted him were not even wearing masks. Some went to the extent of demanding that he be sent to quarantine for 14 days. Since he came from the red zone area and crossed over from another state, he should be quarantined, said YSRCP leader G. Srikant Reddy. A YSRCP leader from Kadapa sought action against Naidu for deliberately violating COVID-19 lockdown rules and also Epidemic Diseases Act and Communicable Diseases Prevention and Control Act 1988. Tollywood directors, producers prepare for post-lockdown era. The Telugu film directors and producers on Tuesday have met with each other to discuss the set of guidelines to be followed for the film shootings post-lockdown. In a closed-door meeting held at Annapurna 7 Acres, the Tollywood creators have recommended on-set safety measures to prevent the modes of transmission of the COVID-19. Safety is paramount and the use of the face mask, gloves, sanitizers, and avoiding physical contact should be made mandatory on the locations and other workplaces with respect to film production. The cast and crew members should undergo temperature checks upon arrival at the location before starting shooting and post-production activities. Proper space must be made available for the crew to eat so that any kind of containment of the virus doesn't transmit locally, says an industry insider and condition of anonymity. Filmmakers have contemplated different scenarios for life after lockdown. Several aspects like shooting indoors with a limited crew, installing CCTV cameras, having a doctor on locations, covering the set equipment with thick plastic, using disposable cutlery, tableware and disinfecting costumes and wigs, etc. came in the discussion. NTR and Kalyan Ram to skip NTR Ghat tomorrow. On the occasion of legendary actor NTR's birth anniversary on May 28th, every year, junior NTR along with his brother Nandamuri Kalyan Ram visit NTR Ghat at Necklace Road. NTR and Kalyan Ram used to reach NTR Ghat early in the morning and pay rich tributes to their grandfather. Also, Nandamuri family members would visit the Ghat and this leads huge gathering of Nandamuri fans. In view of coronavirus, Tarka and Kalyan Ram have decided to skip the visit of Ghat this year. Instead, Tarak and his brother will be offering their homage to NTR at their respective homes, confirmed the PR of the Nandamuri heroes. Earlier, Tarak had appealed fans not to indulge in any activities on the eve of his birthday, that is on May 20th, and asked fans to stay at home and stay safe. With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share, and subscribe Pie and Times.